Ships lock horns. Joint Coast Guard drills as tensions escalate near disputed waters. This was a headline seen around the world just days ago. The South China Sea is once again at the heart of global attention. News channels are full of dramatic images, ships moving close together, water cannons firing, and crews standing at the ready. The air is thick with tension as countries try to protect their interests in these crowded waters. Recent weeks have seen more than just words. There have been confrontations at sea, with vessels from many nations coming dangerously close. People living near the coast worry about what might happen next. Fishermen are unsure if they can safely do their work. Shipping companies watch for updates with concern. In this high-stakes atmosphere, three countries, Philippines, Japan, and the United States, have made a bold move. They have come together for the first-ever joint Coast Guard drills in the South China Sea. Their ships sail side by side, sending a strong message of unity and readiness. These events are not just about ships and water. They are about national pride, valuable resources, and the safety of all who depend on these seas. The world watches, hoping for peace but preparing for every possibility. On a sunny morning, Coast Guard ships from the Philippines, Japan, and the United States met in the waters near the Philippines. This was not a usual patrol. It was the first time their Coast Guard teams trained together in the South China Sea. The exercises were carefully planned and watched by many. The ships practiced working closely. They shared codes and signals, helped each other with rescue drills, and learned to respond quickly to emergencies at sea. These drills were not just about catching illegal fishers or helping lost boats. They also practiced dealing with dangerous situations, like ships coming too close or blocking each other. This joint training sends a clear message. The three countries want to show they can stand together and help each other. For the Philippines, it means more support when facing threats in its own waters. For Japan and the United States, it helps them protect open and safe sea routes for everyone. The sight of these ships together was rare and important. It showed that the Philippines is not alone. Friends and partners are willing to come and work together for peace and safety. The South China Sea is not just a place on the map, it is one of the busiest seas in the world. Every day, thousands of ships move through these waters. They carry oil, goods, food, and many other things. If these sea routes are blocked, many countries will feel the impact. The sea is also rich in resources. Beneath its waves are large amounts of oil and gas. Many people in the region depend on fishing here for their food and work. That is why countries around the South China Sea want to protect their rights to these waters and what lies beneath. But there is a problem. The borders are not clear. Several countries, including the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, Taiwan, and China, all claim parts of the sea. This leads to disagreements and sometimes even dangerous encounters between ships. Because the sea is so important, everyone wants a say in how it is used. That is why what happens here affects not just the region but the whole world. One of the biggest reasons for tension is China's 9-dash line. This is a line drawn by China on maps. It covers almost the entire South China Sea, including areas claimed by other countries. China says much of the sea belongs to it because of history, but other countries do not accept this claim. In 2016, an international court said China's 9-dash line has no legal basis. Still, China continues to patrol and build on islands within this line. This makes other countries worried and upset. The Philippines, for example, says parts of the sea inside the 9-dash line are within its own exclusive economic zone, an area where it has special rights to fish and use resources. But Chinese ships are often seen there, leading to arguments and sometimes dangerous encounters. Because so many countries disagree with China's claim, the waters remain tense. Each new move could lead to more trouble or hopefully new talks for peace. It is not just about lines on a map. The South China Sea has seen many real-life incidents. Ships from different countries often cross paths. Sometimes they come so close that a collision almost happens. These near crashes are not accidents. They are often meant to warn or block other ships. For example, in early 2024, a Philippine Coast Guard ship and a Chinese vessel nearly collided. The Philippine ship was on its way to deliver supplies to Filipino soldiers on a small island. The Chinese ship blocked its path, forcing the Filipino crew to stop. The two ships were only meters apart. There have also been reports of Chinese ships using water cannons to drive away other boats. Filipino fishermen say they sometimes cannot fish because they are scared of being chased away. These incidents show the real risks faced by people working in these waters. Such events show why countries want to train together. If something goes wrong, their crews must know how to react quickly and safely. When coast guards from different countries work together, they need to understand each other. This is called interoperability. It means being able to share information, use common signals, and help each other in an emergency. If one ship is in trouble, others can easily come to help. Integration goes a step further. It means making sure Coast Guard teams can operate almost as one unit. They use similar equipment, follow the same rules, and trust each other's decisions. This makes their teamwork strong and fast. During the recent drills, crews practiced using the same rescue methods and radio codes. They learned how to chase away illegal fishers together. They also practiced responding to threats, like when a ship is blocked or attacked. These drills make it safer for everyone in the area. If something happens, the Coast Guards will be ready to act, not as strangers, but as a team. The Philippines has good reasons to work closely with the United States and Japan. Both countries are longtime friends and partners. The United States and the Philippines have a defense treaty. That means if one is attacked, the other can help. Japan is also a strong supporter of peace and stability in Asia. The Philippines feels threatened because Chinese ships often come near its islands and fishing grounds. Filipino leaders say they want to protect their country and people. Working with the United States and Japan gives the Philippines more strength and confidence. This partnership is not just about military power. It is also about training, sharing knowledge, and building trust. The more they work together, the better they can handle tough situations at sea. Many people in the Philippines feel safer knowing their country has strong friends. This teamwork is a sign that the region is working for peace, not just preparing for conflict. China has not been silent about these drills. Chinese officials say the South China Sea belongs to them and that outside countries should stay out. They warn that joint drills like these only make tensions worse. Chinese Coast Guard ships have increased their patrols in the area as a show of strength. Other countries in Southeast Asia like Vietnam, Malaysia, and Indonesia watch these events closely. Some have their own disputes with China. They are also looking for ways to protect their interests without starting a fight. Regional groups like ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, try to help. They hold talks to keep peace and find solutions everyone can accept. Security experts say these new partnerships, like between the Philippines, the United States, and Japan, are part of a bigger trend. Countries are coming together to keep the seas safe and free for everyone. Even with strong words from China, the focus remains on peace and stability. Most countries want to avoid conflict and keep the sea open to all. Amidst all the tension, leaders are careful with their words. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. said, "Our goal is peace, not conflict. We protect our people and our seas, but we seek friendship with all." A United States Coast Guard official added, "We stand for free and open seas. We want prosperity and safety for all nations." Japanese officials also spoke about the importance of working together. "Cooperation is the key to peace," one said during the drill. Even as ships train for danger, their goal remains to avoid it. These voices show that, even while preparing for possible trouble, the real hope is for peace. Training together makes accidents less likely and shows that countries can solve problems without fighting. The first ever joint Coast Guard drills in the South China Sea mark a new chapter. For the Philippines, it means more support and safety. For Japan and the United States, it is about keeping the sea open and safe for all. For China and others, it is a message. Countries can stand together when faced with threats. No one wants conflict. By working together, countries hope to stop small incidents from becoming big problems. These drills are a way to prepare for danger, but also to protect peace. They show the world that, even in difficult times, nations can find ways to cooperate. In the coming years, these partnerships will shape the security of the region. The hope is that future drills will bring more trust, fewer risks, and a lasting peace for all who share the South China Sea.